Hello everyone, it's Annabella here. As promised, this week I'm picking one of the requests from the comments, and I noticed that a few of you are asking about Byeon Seok and Hye Yoon. I also saw that they recently reunited at an award ceremony, so it feels like the perfect time to check in on their energy. Now, I honestly don't remember where I left off with them last time or what their energy was like back then, but that's okay. Today, we're just going to take a fresh look and see what's coming through in the current moment. And of course, as always, this is a celebrity reading, so take everything with a grain of salt. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the first card for their mutual energy. Okay, so their first card is the Four of Wands, which is actually really fitting considering they just reunited at that award ceremony. The Four of Wands is all about celebration, community, and people coming together to acknowledge something, and that's exactly what happened. They were brought back together in that kind of festive setting with a lot of people around, so I feel like this card is kind of a direct reflection of that moment. But beyond the surface, the Four of Wands also speaks to a sense of stability. So regardless of where they were emotionally before this, I feel like right now there's a stable or grounded energy between them. They're probably feeling comfortable around each other again, even if their personal feelings are complicated or unclear. It's like there's no awkwardness, just that sense of ease. Next, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Did they both win awards? Because based on this card, it really feels like they did. The Ten of Pentacles is about legacy, long-term success, and being recognized for your contributions. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening here. Their work clearly left an impact, and they were acknowledged for it. These first two cards are both really positive, and they kind of set the stage with this celebratory, accomplished energy. That said, I do think it's still a bit too early to dive deep into what kind of relationship they currently have. We still have three more cards to pull, but so far what I'm seeing is that this recent union combined with their shared recognition and the sense of achievement has created a very uplifting and supportive energy between them in this current moment. Okay, now we have the Ten of Swords. This one is really interesting, especially because it comes right after two beautiful and uplifting cards. What I'm picking up here is that for now, that awards ceremony might have been their only interaction. The Ten of Swords usually points to the end of a cycle or phase, so maybe that reunion marked the closing of a chapter between them. Of course, that doesn't mean there won't be more connections in the future. Let's keep looking at the next few cards. The Six of Pentacles is all about sharing, giving, and receiving support, sometimes even money or resources. But in their case, probably not money, right? They both have their own careers and are doing well independently. So I feel like this card is more about emotional or professional support between them. But because it's a pentacle card, I do wonder if this is pointing to the idea that for now their connection is going to be more career based. If they happen to get another opportunity to work together on a project, maybe that connection could grow. Then we have the last card here as the Chariot. The Chariot is all about movement, triumph. It's that strong, determined energy of pushing forward toward a goal. And since this is the only major arcana in the spread, it is pretty significant. It kind of pulls all the other cards together. What stood out to me is how this card isn't about partnership. You can literally see this figure riding solo, elevated above everything else. That makes me think that in the context of this relationship, the focus might not be on being together romantically, but more on individual ambition, especially with the Ten of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles showing up 2. It leans more toward career and material success. So while I'm not diving too deeply into their feelings for each other right now, the overall energy I'm getting is that they're connected through success. They're celebrating each other's wins and possibly enjoying this phase together. The relationship seems driven by ambition and shared achievement. They want to keep succeeding, and maybe that's what's keeping them linked for now. But yeah, that's it for today's reading. I hope everything made sense and was easy to follow. If you're interested in seeing readings on other celebrities, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll probably go through some popular requests next week since there's nothing specific I'm drawn to right now. And if you like a personal reading, whether it's about a celebrity or something going on in your own life, you can always email me. Just a quick reminder, these celebrity readings are for entertainment purposes only. I'm simply reading the cards and the energy around them. I don't know these people personally, so please take everything with a grain of salt. I hope you still enjoy the reading. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.